What is going on, everyone? Chris from Pickdawgz.com here with the Wraparound. We're going to be breaking down the NHL action going down on Thursday, December 4th, 2025. Before we get to the Wraparound, before we get to the NHL action, remember, if you're looking for my best bets, the games I love the most, the ones I have the most money on every single day, you can head to Pickdawgz.com, click the Premium Picks or the Experts tab at the top of the page. You can also click the link in the description of this video below. You can also copy the link that is on the page here, type it out, and you can head directly to my Capper page. We give out so much free pick content here at Pickdawgz that you know the plays in the premium side are the best of the best. For me today, it's strictly hockey, or at least at the time this video has been posted. This is just a smaller card on Thursday. Only really locked in on the NHL, only found the NHL plays that I like, so I got my NHL Power Play, and I have a 3-pack from the NHL as well. But you can remember to use the promo code PICK at checkout. Get 15% off your purchase. We got a loaded college hoops card this weekend, conference championship weekend in college football, NBA, NHL, NFL on Sunday. So definitely make sure that you check that out. And again, use that promo code PICK, P-I-C-K at checkout. Get 15% off your purchase. But we've also got our Inner Circle VIP services. It's something we've been mentioning a lot as of late in our videos. It's not for everyone. It's for those who are placing larger bets of at least $1,000 or more. That is the requirement to be accepted into this service, but we've had a lot of big bettors and high rollers join this club already. They've had a lot of early success with the one-on-one coaching, bankroll management, the early releases. So if this sounds like something that's for you, reach out to the number on the screen. We'll get you some more information. But like I said, we're here to talk about a 10-game NHL card on Thursday. A lot of money to be made. Had an up and down day yesterday. We started hot and then a couple of blowouts killed it late, but it's fine. We're going to come back, make some more money today. Got off a winning day yesterday. Let's not waste any more time. You guys know the drill. You ready? I'm ready. Let's get into it. Our first game comes to us from the Lenovo Center, where the Carolina Hurricanes take on the Toronto Maple Leafs. And I love my Maple Leafs, but I just think this is a bad spot for them and a bit of a letdown after the big win, getting the playoff revenge, the rivalry revenge against the Florida Panthers and beating them in fairly convincing fashion in that game 4-1. I like the Leafs in that game. Didn't think they were going to look as strong as they did. Now, yes, they've won back-to-back games in 3 of their last 4 on the road, but this is the final game of this 6-game road trip. The Carolina Hurricanes are at home where they've won back-to-back games and have still been a very solid team this season at 8-3-1. I still think this is one of the better teams in the NHL just from an overall talent perspective. And I think they get the job done here. I'm going to lean towards the Hurricanes to win this one in regulation. Now we're going to the TD Garden where the Boston Bruins play host to the St. Louis Blues. And not my favorite game on the board, but I will lean towards the Boston Bruins here. They have been inconsistent in spots, but the one thing that St. Louis has been doing consistently for the most part is losing hockey games. And they're coming off a 3-game homestand. Now they're back on the road where they're 4-5-3, so basically 4-8 this season. They just dropped 4 of 5 on their most recent road trip, and this is still a team with major goal scoring issues. They've scored 2 goals or less in 7 of their last 9 games. Just not a team I want to be on board with right now. The Boston Bruins have at least been really solid at home, where they've been gone 9-5 this season, and I think the Bruins get the job done in this game. So I'm going to lean towards the Bruins in this one on the money line. Now we're going to the UBS Arena where the New York Islanders take on the Colorado Avalanche. And, I just think that this is a matchup where I got to just keep riding the hottest team in the NHL, the Colorado Avalanche, 19-1-6 this season. Only lost once in regulation. And, while the Islanders are coming off that 2-1 win over the Tampa Bay Lightning, and now Colorado has to head back out on the road where they're 8-1-4 this season, they're still just finding ways to crush teams more often than not. The only thing standing between them and that double-digit win streak right now is that 3-2 loss to Minnesota, who's equally hot right now in their last 10. I just think that the Avalanche are the better team here. I think they get it done on the road. I'm going to take the Avalanche in regulation in this one. Canadian Tire Center where the Ottawa Senators take on the New York Rangers. And for me in this game, I think this is more of a coin flip than this line would indicate. And even then, I still think the Rangers are actually the team in better form right now. They've won 4 of their last 5. They're coming off a nice win at home over the Dallas Stars. They've now won back-to-back road games as well against Boston and Carolina. And now they head into Ottawa against an Ottawa team that's coming off a 7-game road trip. I think they're going to be happy to be back home, but it sometimes takes a little bit of time to get readjusted and reacclimated to getting back to your home rink. And I just think that the Rangers are a team that, obviously you look at their home and road split, they have played far better on the road this season. I think they have the edge in goaltending, regardless if it's Jonathan Quick or Igor Shesterkin that gets the start here. So I'm going to take the New York Rangers this one. I'm going to take them on the money line at a nice plus price. Now we're going to the Benchmark International Arena where the Tampa Bay Lightning take on the Pittsburgh Penguins. And this is a matchup where I got to keep riding the hotter team here. Even though Tampa Bay just lost their 7-game win streak against the New York Islanders in their last game, they're back home where they're 8-5 this season. Pittsburgh's been solid on the road, and that's why I'm not leaning towards the puck line here. I'm just going to take the Lightning to win this one in regulation, get this minus 190 price down to something around minus 125. But the thing about the Penguins, they've been really good on the puck line on the road this season, and Tampa Bay at home this year, not so much when it comes to covering the puck line on home ice, just 3-10 on the puck line at home, and I can guarantee the majority of those were in the favorite role. So for me in this one, I'm going to take the Lightning to win this one in regulation and get that heavy money line price down. Now we're off to the Amerant Bank Arena where the Florida Panthers take on the Nashville Predators, and maybe rules are set for a reason, but I'm going to break one of mine here. I'm going to go with the Predators in this one. I looked at this Florida Panthers team. They got their butts kicked by Toronto. They've now lost 4 straight at home. The goaltending hasn't been sharp. They've given up 4 or more goals in 4 of their last 5 and in 5 of their last 7. The Nashville Predators, this team has not been very good this season at times. They're 9-13-4. They've been fielding trade offers on some of the prize acquisitions they made the previous offseason, and they're only 3-5-2 on the road. But they've won back-to-back road games against Chicago and Detroit. I think that gives them some sort of momentum going into this game. I think the Predators can at least keep it close, maybe win this game outright and add to Florida's misery right now, and maybe put a little bit of fire under the seat of Paul Maurice. So give me the Predators in this one, plus 1.5 and on the money line. Now we're going to the Nationwide Arena where the Columbus Blue Jackets take on the Detroit Red Wings. And I like the over in this game. Historically, between these two teams, when you look at these two teams when they square off, 6 straight games have been played to the over, including a 4-3 overtime game in Detroit back on November 22nd. I can't trust either side's goaltending right now. The goaltending in Detroit, Cam Talbot and John Gibson's been shaky. Jet Greaves for Columbus. And, you look at Detroit, they've given up 4 or more goals in 4 of their last 5 and in 5 of their last 7. Columbus, they've given up a bunch of goals as of late as well. They've been playing in some high-scoring affairs. So I like the over between the Red Wings and the Blue Jackets. Now we're off to Rogers Place, where the Edmonton Oilers take on the Seattle Kraken. And, the thing for me with this matchup is that the Edmonton Oilers just continue to get this respect. And I get it. When you have players like Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl, I've said this before, you're always going to have a chance to win hockey games because those guys are generational players that can take over a game on any given night. But when the goaltending continues to be as volatile and as shaky as it is with the tandem of Stuart Skinner and Calvin Pickard, it's hard for me to feel good about them, especially when they've scored 1 goal or less in 3 of their last 7 games, and they're giving up a bunch of goals on the other side. This team has dropped 5 of their last 7. Seattle, they haven't been the most consistent as well. They're on a 3-game losing streak and have scored just 2 goals combined in those 3 games, but we've seen this Seattle team be competitive on the road. They've been a good puck line team this season. So I'm going to lean towards the Kraken plus the 1.5 and on the money line in this one. I just do not think that the Edmonton Oilers should be favored by this much in this spot. Now we're off to the Scotiabank Saddledome where the Calgary Flames take on the Minnesota Wild, and just another spot where I got to fade the Calgary Flames, who've just been one of my teams that I've been so down on this season. But it's because all the issues that I've mentioned in past wraparounds and talking about the Calgary Flames are still there. The goal scoring issues from last season, where they finished 6th worst in the NHL in goals per game, are still here. They've scored 1 goal or less in 3 of their last 4. Now, yes, they're coming off a 5-game road trip, getting back home, but the goal scoring isn't there, and the goaltending hasn't been there to bail them out like it was last season. You're taking on a Minnesota team, even at home, that is still riding that double-digit point streak. It's still red hot right now. Volsted's been playing well in the crease, 4 shutouts in his last 6 games. Philip Gustafson's been playing well. Minnesota's just back to playing that balanced, sound hockey that we've known from them for the last few seasons. and just finding ways to win because of it. They still got a winning record on the road, 7-4-1. I'm going to back them here. I'm going to take the Wild in this one to win on the money line. Our final game on Thursday's card takes us to the Crypto.com arena where the Los Angeles Kings take on the Chicago Blackhawks. And if you know me, if you know, you know, I'm going back to the well. I'm taking the Blackhawks plus the 1.5, and I'm putting something on the money line as well. It's a team that's been extremely competitive, 21-5 on the puck line this season. You know, that's an over 80% cover rate on the puck line. You're taking on an LA team that's just 3-5-3 at home this season. The only way to get any sort of value with LA is to lay the puck line here. And this is an LA team that only has one win at home by multiple goals this season. Chicago, yeah, they've dropped 6 of 7, but 4 of those losses have been 1-goal games. They even beat Anaheim, who's been a solid team, beat them at home. They've still been able to be competitive on the road. I'm going to take Chicago in this one, plus 1.5, and on the money line to round things out. That is it. Thank you so much for checking out the Wraparound for Thursday, December 4th, 2025. Again, if you like this content, smash that thumbs up, subscribe to our channel. Let me know your NHL picks in the comment section below. And if you're looking for my best bets, you can head to Pickdawgz Premium, or you can click the link in the description of this video below. And remember to use the promo code PICK, P-I-C-K, at checkout. Get 15% off your purchase. Best of luck. We'll see you guys.